Yeah, well, what does often happen here on the Sports Spotlight on Radio Azad, where your voice matters, is we cover the cricket world, all of it. So, right now, we are going to be swiveling the spotlight over to the cricket oval. You're listening to the spotlight with your host, Rizwan. Sorry about that. The next 23 minutes are going to be focused on the world of cricket, specifically this championship match in the final match in the Pakistan Super League. The studio number is 972-501-9390 if you want to call in. Uh, Going on between the Hyderabad Kingsmen and Peshawar Zalmi. And Peshawar, well, all season they've been getting it done with the bat. Today, they're getting it done with the ball. Hyderabad is at 115 with 8 wickets gone. 8 wickets gone. Yes, you heard that right. So it's gonna be pretty tough. Now they're at 117. They just scored. Saim Ayub is trying to do his best in the face of a rain of wickets. They've lost 8 wickets. They're in the 16th over and sitting at 117 at this point. Even if Saim Ayub has some serious heroics, they're going to get to 160, right? More than likely, the target's going to be about 140 or so. If they make it all the way to the 20th with only 2 wickets in hand, 160-ish, but more than likely 140, 135, or we could lose a couple of wickets real quick, and it could be a really, really small target of under 130. So yeah, it's not going to be much of a challenge for Peshawar Zalmi, but hey, as we always say here on the Sports Spotlight, that's why we play the games, right? We can sit here and prognosticate, but in the end, what happens on the field, on the court, on the pitch, and all the other uh, areas where athletic competition happens, right? That's what matters. So we'll see how this game shakes out. We're not going to be able to tell you by the end of our time together, which is 21 minutes away. But hey, we'll catch you up as much as we can on this game. But how did we get here? Well, it was an exciting finish to the PSL season. And my intention was to do PSL and IPL today. Of course, IPL's a little longer format. Their finals are still a few weeks away, so we may not be able to get to them. But I do want to talk about these Hyderabad Kingsmen and what they've done, in spite of what happens here in the finals, right? So Hyderabad had to beat Rawalpindi in that 39th match. They had to beat them, and they had to beat them big, because the matches left after them, Multan Sultans and Islamabad United, the only match left. Multan Sultans were sitting, I think at that point they were sitting in second place. Islamabad United was in third. So all Hyderabad needed to do, right? They needed to win, but the Lahore Qalandars and the actually, I think, yeah, they were both sitting ahead of them at that point, with Hyderabad Kingsmen sitting at 4 and 5 in seventh spot. Not only did they need to win that match against Rawalpindi, they needed to win it big. They needed to win it big to increase their net run rate, to actually get ahead of, so the win would put them in a tie with Karachi Kings and the Lahore Qalandars for that fourth spot. I think at that point Lahore Qalandars were in fourth spot with a much better net run rate. But Hyderabad needed to beat Rawalpindi and needed to beat them really, really big, and they did. That is what's amazing, right? They got lucky that they had Rawalpindi, the new team that's been absolutely horrid, just terrible, right? But you play the games that are put in front of you. You play the cards that you're dealt, right? And what they were dealt was a game against the worst team in the league to beat them so badly that you could improve your net run rate to leapfrog two other teams. So they knew what they had in front of them, and they came in with that intent. Even though the captain himself, Marnus Lebishan, uh, got out at five deliveries, everybody else, Maz Sadakat, the opener, man, he was gone after 28 runs, but only 11 deliveries he took to score those 28. Five fours and a six, strike rate of 254, sets the tone. And then Usman Khan came in, and Usman Khan has been big for Hyderabad, not just in that game. That was, for all intents and purposes, a playoff game, a knockout, win or go home game. He scored a half a century there on 26 deliveries, strike rate of 207. Saim Ayub didn't do much, 12 off 6, but Kusal Pereira, another half century off of 30 deliveries. And then Glenn Maxwell came in and scored 70 off of just 37 with 8 4s and 3 6s. He was finally run out trying to get the strike back in the 20th over because he wanted to put as many runs as possible, right? He knew the assignment, as the kids say. He knew the assignment, did not lose the plot, scoring 70 off of 37, carrying Hyderabad to that 244 at a loss of 6. And then it was up to their bowlers, and the bowlers did their job in spite of Usman Khwaja trying to do something at one down. He came in, scored 66 off of 43, but in the end, too little, too late, just not enough. And Rawalpindi was all done at 136, losing the match to Hyderabad Kingsmen by 108 run, allowing them to improve their net run rate enough to leapfrog the other two teams that they needed to get to that fourth spot. And hey, that's all you need, right? All you need is a chance. And with that chance, they went into their hold on. Yeah, they did not play. They went into their because they were the fourth. They would be in the first eliminator. So the first qualifier, Peshawar Zalmi did what Peshawar Zalmi's been doing all season against Islamabad United. Scored 221 at a loss of 7. And Babar Azam once again a century, 103 off of 59 deliveries. Strike rate of 174, 12 fours and 4 6s. Just absolutely on his game. And then Islamabad United, I don't want to say they didn't have a chance, but they didn't have a chance. They were all done in the 19th over. Target of 222, didn't come close. 151, all done, losing the match by 70. And Peshawar Zalmi moves on to the finals. Now we get to the eliminator. So that first eliminator with Hyderabad waiting for the loser. No, I'm sorry. It was just the 3 and 4 playing against each other. So Multan Sultans and Hyderabad Kingsmen faced off. Multan Sultans batted first. And right off the bat, you knew things were not great. Sahibzada Farhan fell for 15 off of 12 deliveries, strike rate of 125. The other opener, Stephen Smith, 13 off of 10. So sub 150 strike rates, not much score, and losing wickets. The one down, Josh Philippe, came in and he was trapped by Hunain Shah on his fourth delivery, LBW, after scoring only 6. So if Shan Masood hadn't done what he did, coming in at 2 down, 69 for 46, 4 4s and 4 6s, it would have been really, really bad. but he held out. He was not out. He played it out until the end because all the other wickets kept falling around him. Ashton Turner, the captain, 9 for off of 7. Arfat Minhas, 1 off of 2. Mohammad Nawaz, 18 off of 19. Mohammad Imran, 2 off of 5. Peter Siddle, 9 off of 8. Faisal Akram, 4 of 6. Nothing doing. In the end, they scored 159, leaving a target of 160, which Hyderabad Kingsmen absolutely nailed it. I mean, they got it pretty easily. The captain, Lebishain, was disappointing again, 11 off of 9. But Maz Sadakat, 64 off of 33 deliveries, and Usman Khan, the one down to replace Lebishain, 64 off of 35, 8 fours and 3 sixes, strike rate of 182. Once again, carrying them to victory on the second delivery of the 16th over. And moving on to the second eliminator. The second eliminator between Hyderabad Kingsmen and Islamabad United was an absolute, just a scorcher. Well, maybe not a scorcher from a scoring standpoint. It was on the higher side for PSL. Hyderabad Kingsmen scored 186 at a loss of just 5. And I don't know why they decided to drop Usman Khan in this one, but hey, he'd been really performing well. Lebishain scored 39 off of 32, strike rate of 121. The other opener, Maz Sadakat, fell for a duck after facing 4 deliveries, no score. Saim Ayub came in and he was a little better, strike rate of 140, scored 38 off of 27. Glenn Maxwell gone after scoring 3 from 6 deliveries, but Usman Khan and Kusal Pereira once again came in at 3 down and 4 down, respectively, and carried them to that 186. Usman Khan scoring 61 off of 30 with 10 fours, no sixes, strike rate of 203. Kusal Pereira, 37 off of 21, 4 fours, 2 sixes. So they put up a healthy target of 187, right? Put up 186 runs. And Islamabad United, oof, man, oh man, they came in and they almost had it. Got to the last delivery, and we're running out of time. This was such an exciting match because it came down to Hunain Shah bowling the last over. So Muhammad Ali gave up 22 runs in the 19th over after it looked like, obviously uh, they needed 28 from the last 2 overs, but Muhammad Ali gave up 22 in that 19th over, leaving a target of 6 off the last over. Easy, right? Even though they only had 4 wickets left in hand. Easy. But nope, Hunain Shah had other ideas. He ended up going dot ball, single, dot ball, wicket in the first 4 deliveries. On the 5th one, he gave up a single to Imad Wasim, and then a really good delivery by Hunain Shah that went for a single leg by, and that was it. They were able to defend 187, winning 186, 184. Great bowling under pressure, and that's how they ended up in the final. And here we are, the final now. We're sitting at 9 wickets gone. So 18th over going on. Hyderabad has 123. And yeah, Saim Ayub just got out after getting a half century. He got 54 off of 50 with 5 fours, 2 sixes, but he's out. And at this point, they might, as I said, more than likely it was going to be under 130. They're sitting at 123. It's going to be an easy target for Peshawar Zalmi. All right. Before we move further, there are a couple of things that I need to remind you of. I don't know why this is happening. Sorry about that. Okay. So first, I got to remind you, I think I've told you a few times, but you can now listen to, as of almost a month now, listen to Radio Azad on our new FM frequency 107.9 FM HD4. Yes, you can check out all the usual programming, but right there on the FM dial on all your HD um, devices. Okay, what's happening right now? I got to tell you. Ba, 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 ba. The exhibition that is going on right now. Where'd we go? I can't find it, man. Men's Style Designer Exhibition that's going on today. I'm going to find that and give you the details in a couple of minutes. But that's happening right now today. But also coming up next weekend, the ZN Fashions Eid al Adha exhibitions that are going to be on Saturday the 9th and Sunday the 10th. Saturday at South Lake, Sunday in Plano. Um, 11 to 6 p.m. on Saturday at the Elmore Hotel in South Lake, and 11 to 7 p.m. at the Crystal Banquet Hall in Plano. For all the details, you can call Israr Sahib at 630-776-9407. All right. Do we have a couple of minutes to talk about the other side, the IPL? Lots of exciting stuff going on. There is a pretty good game going on between the Punjab Kings and the Gujarat Titans right now. The Punjab Kings were held to 163 at a loss of 9, and the Gujarat Titans are are in the hunt. I don't want to say they're in control. Now, the Punjab Kings came in at 6-1 in first place, and the Gujarat Titans are sitting in fifth spot, just out of the playoffs. And this was a match that I thought was going to be interesting. And here we go. If the Gujarat Titans win, they're sitting at 10 points right now in fifth place. Punjab Kings, 13 points in first place. If the Titans win, they will go up to 6-4, 12 points. They will remain in fifth place because of their net run rate, unless they somehow get the Punjab Kings out at 40 runs to improve their net run rate enough. But no, they're going to stay with 12 points in fifth spot. But things are going to be so tight between the top five, because that would leave the Punjab Kings at 6-2 with 13 points in first. RCB 6-3 with 12 points. Sunrisers of Hyderabad 6-4 with 12 points, and Rajasthan Royals 6-4 with 12 points, and then the Gujarat Titans would be 6-4 with 12 points in fifth spot. So this is a pivotal match happening right now, where the Punjab Kings have scored 163 and the Gujarat Titans are trying their best to chase it down. But as I said, for IPL standards, it's pretty low scoring. At the end of the 10th over now, the Gujarat Titans have scored 78 with a loss of only 2 wickets. So it's in their favor. I think the win probability is about 60% in their favor right now. Their current run rate, 7.83. Their required run rate, 8.55. They need to move now, needing 86 off the last 60 balls. They need to move now and not let this go on, because once the net run rate starts climbing, things get tougher and tougher by the minute. All right, how do we get here? Well, the Punjab Kings, the big boppers for them, like this could have been a really bad one, because the openers, Priyansh Arya, fell for 2 off of 2 deliveries. Prabhsimran Singh, 15 off of 14 deliveries. Cooper Conley when Arya got out, Cooper Conley, the one down, left for a golden duck. Shreyas Iyer, captain himself, came in as two down, scoring 19 off of 21 before he was done. Nehal Vadera, who came in when I think that was when Cooper fell. Vadera came in and he left after facing 6 deliveries on a duck, no runs. He was gone. So if it were not for the 4 down and the 5 down, Suryan Shah and Marcus Stoinis each coming in and scoring. Suryan Shah scored 57 off of just 29 deliveries for a strike rate of 196, 3 fours and 5 sixes. And then Marcus Stoinis 40 off of 31. If it weren't for those two, and then Marco Janssen, who scored 20 off of 11 with a 4 and a 6 before he was out. If it weren't for those three, this would have been really ugly and an easy victory for the Gujarat Titans. As it is, it's a bit of a challenge. Not much, a little bit of a challenge, but Sai Sudarshan just hit a big 6 in the 11th over to now knock down, flip the current run rate and the required run rate, where their current run rate at 8.28 is higher now after that big 6. Just hit. Sindhu hit that one. Required run rate is just a tad under the current run rate at 8.1. And here we go. Get another single. They're sitting at 88 off of having lost 2 wickets. So still plenty of wickets in hand. All they need to do is play this out. Need 76 off of 56 deliveries. Easier said than done, but absolutely doable. Gujarat Titans, Sai Sudarshan, the opener, is still out there, 36 off of 29. Shubman Gill, the captain, disappointing again. 5 off of 4, he was gone. Josh Butler was gone after scoring 25 from 22 deliveries. So, look, and Sindhu is batting right now, along with Sai Sudarshan. So, look, disappointing for the Punjab Kings to score only 163, but they are absolutely showing up with the ball, because the highest striking rate right now of all the Gujarat Titans batsmen is Nishant Sindhu, scoring 14 off of 9 at a strike rate of 155. So look, if they keep up, they've got a shot. And right now, it's anyone's game, 60% win probability for Gujarat Titans. So 2 exciting games, one in the IPL, one in the PSL, that championship game going on right now. And that is a wrap, friends. That's it for the Sports Spotlight. You've been listening to the Spotlight right here on Radio Azad with your host, Rizwan. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your weekend and the upcoming week. You can listen to me again Wednesday evening at 9 p.m. with Chandni Ratein, and then here back next Sunday at 10 a.m. with the Sports Spotlight. Have a wonderful day.